Hey everybody, it's Overkill here with a multiplayer battle on Napoleon Total War. So, we're getting right into the thick of it already. Let's pause right here. So this replay is sent in by I know I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. Wielki Mistru. I'm sorry, but he is a Polish YouTuber who comes to my streams and watches my videos and stuff a lot, and he's friends with me and Haxo. We used to play Arena all the time, but he sent me a bunch of replays of Napoleon, so I'm gonna try my best to get through most of them. But he sent me this this battle where him and some of his clanmates did the historical battle of Waterloo. He is controlling the left French forces here, while one of his allies is his ally is controlling Napoleon's forces. And then of course we have a Prussian player and a British player. What I thought was quite funny was the fact that they all actually changed their names on Steam, so that they were actually they actually had the names of like Michel, Michael, Ney, Napoleon, Gerhard Blucher, and the Duke of Wellington for the British. It was quite interesting. But yeah, he has a YouTube channel, so that'll be linked down below. But yeah, let's get right into this. As you can see, we have a huge cavalry charge right at the beginning against the quite unprepared British lines. The only problem is, of course, they're charging uphill. They can't get to this unit, so they are getting shot. But they did manage to get into this unit of Brunswick Line Infantry, which is good for them. But we also have some more charging going on here. And of course, just a general advance of the French everywhere. Here you can see some Fusiliers are attempting to attack this farmhouse here, which has some what are they called? The 95th rifles? Oh, Nassau Jägers apparently. Actually, as you can see, the names are all in Polish because all the players were Polish. Not much I can really do about that, but yeah, here you can see the Duke of Wellington has been wounded already. That's quite interesting. Not a very good start for the British, that's for sure. But yeah, you can see that the cavalry has just been charged right up the middle. You can see that the Lancers aren't doing very well now. They're being taken down by the British in their squares, and the Prussians are on their way. But you can see the Nassau Jägers have been driven from this farmhouse. And now there's a battle between Grenadiers and Foot Guards over here. I'm not quite sure on this map which one is supposed to represent Le Haye Saint. I don't know if it's this one or this one. I'm thinking it's this one because this kind of looks like the shape of it. But yeah, you can see the King's German Legion. Maybe this one is, because I'm pretty sure it was the King's German Legion that defended Le Haye Saint. But you can see there's a big battle going over there, and this one's already been taken over by the French. And now the French artillery is actually pounding cannonballs into the Prussian advance. Yeah, you can see the British have been driven from their initial positions, but look at the second line that they've created with their foot infantry. These Brunswick Line Infantry are trying to get away. And we also have the King's German Legion very casually retreating from the farmhouse here, as the French are pouring in. But here we have some lifeguards, and they're going to actually get a charge in on the French infantry. Oh, that's going to be devastating. That is a lot of dead French right there. And you can see the battle over here is still raging as the Grenadiers and the Guards continue facing off in the farmhouse. And yeah, you can see some units of Fusiliers and just line infantry protecting these flanks here. We have that's actually the artillery. I thought that was some charging cavalry there, but it was not. So yeah, the French have taken this farmhouse. You can see that it looks like it's going to be in France's favor. But England still has quite a few troops. But the French have definitely taken their better positions. So you can see this unit has been reduced to near nothing. Almost all of them have been killed or wounded. Oh, we're going to have a bit of a line battle here between these Fusiliers and these King's German Legion. Oh, there we go. The first shots have been fired. A few men are dropped. They're going to start running up there. Let's see if we can get a few more shots of... oh, no, the King German Legion are actually retreating. Yeah, you can see the English players creating this nice defensive formation. They're not in range or in sight of the cannons, which is nice, but the cannons aren't paying attention to them anyway. They're shooting at the Prussians, especially at these Prussian 6-pounders, which will definitely do some damage against the French, occupying the buildings here. But you can see these Dutch flank. I don't know if some of the names are messed up where it's in Polish. I don't think so. A lot of them are still in English. Earl of Uxbridge. Yeah, but Dutch flank, I guess, I don't know. I haven't seen some of these names. Oh, we got some Fusiliers charging the King's German Legion here. Oh, brutal. Look at all of them just dying as they run past. Oh, you can see the British player doing some nice micro there, getting that unit out of combat. And the French are reforming. Oh, but here we have a huge... oh, I thought they were charging. I was going to say we have a huge French cavalry charge. And oh, you can see the canister from that close. Absolutely devastating those French line infantry. Those guard, actually. Those young guard. That's definitely a unit you don't want to be... Definitely not a unit you want to be shot with canister. So you have a grenadier of the line square here. I guess some British cavalry. Yeah, the British cavalry came up over here, started fighting these young guard and the Fusiliers. This is actually the Earl of Uxbridge, so that's interesting that he's got him in there. Here you can see a big French cavalry charge. Wow, look how many of them died though on the charge. Oh, they hit some stakes. The Nassau Jaegers actually managed to get some stakes out, and now the line infantry are in square, so that unit is definitely going to go down. And here comes the Prussian cavalry. These dragoons and lancers have formed up with the British. And wow, look at the chance of winning for the French has gone way down. As you can see, the Prussians are taking their time. They don't want to tire themselves, of course. Yeah, it's definitely a dire situation. Oh, the French cavalry the cuirassiers have managed to hit the horse artillery, but 2 squares of Dutch line infantry and foot. Actually 3 with the Black Watch as well. Classic Scottish Black Watch. That's not going to go very well, and of course with the lancers here as well. This French cavalry is down. Now these foot guards are going to form up to start trading shots with the young guard. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of that. There we go. So they're pouring fire into the young guard, taking down a few of them, but the morale of the young guard is very strong. Oh, we have a Prussian cavalry charge, charging these young guard and forcing them down over the hill. Very nice. Oh, you can see this battle is kind of glitched apparently. But we have a brand new fresh unit of cuirassiers peeking the hill, and they're going to attempt a charge on the very nicely positioned British infantry, but they're going to be possibly intercepted by the dragoons. Oh, and yeah, they were intercepted by the dragoons. They stopped just dead ahead of the foot, who did manage to get into a square. Oh, I think that was some grenades we just heard. That's interesting. Yeah, there was some grenades thrown, I guess. Yeah, you can see the French cavalry trying their best to fight these this infantry, but it's just not working. Is this a unit of infantry? Oh, there's a full unit of French Fusiliers here without a flag. That's interesting. You can see what are those? Is that the Prussian cannons? Wow, the Prussian cannons were actually destroyed. Look at that. But yeah, these Fusiliers are horribly outnumbered, so they're going to attempt to withdraw from that. That is a smart move. You can see the French. The French and the British are just trading, going into square basically. But the French are out of cavalry at this point, I believe. Yeah, they are completely out of cavalry other than Napoleon. So that's definitely a disadvantage because the Prussians still have a few. Oh, actually no. Unless the Prussians had another unit of cannons. Maybe these are. I don't know. I don't think those are. No, those. There's no way that's French cannons. It's probably the British cannons. You can see a unit of Old Guard, a full unit of Old Guard, mind you, has occupied this farmhouse, and they're going to start putting some effective fire into these King's German Legion. Definitely not what they want. Now we have some Fusiliers taking on some rifles, Dutch line infantry, and foot. The Prussian cavalry getting ready for a charge. The French are going to have to form square. There we go. And they do manage it. And the Dragoons are going to have some flanking shots. Oh, you can see a bunch of them die for no reason. Oh, and there we go. Look. Oh, wow. Almost half their number are just killed in seconds. Oh, yeah, and there goes the entire unit. Wow. Absolutely brutal. You really have to time your cavalry charges properly or they'll just all die. Now we have this unit of Old Guard kind of foolishly being targeted, well, kind of foolishly being marched in front of 3 units. You can see 12 men just died in a couple of seconds there from the combined fire of the King's German Legion, Nassau Jaegers, and the Black Watch. So not many of them died, but it was enough. Oh, we now have some Prussian cannons actually forming up to fire at the French here. And we also have this unit of Fusiliers forming up against the Grenadiers here. And you can see they've caused a lot of casualties on these guys. The balance of power is back in France's favor. I wonder if the Prussians and English are going to be able to pull this off. Oh, we have some cannon fire coming in against the French here. Not very effective. And you can see some bullets are actually flying over the heads of the infantry and flying into the cannon crews, which is quite interesting. But yeah, we have 2 units of Fusiliers here taking on this 1 unit of Grenadiers. If the Prussian player isn't paying attention to these Grenadiers, he could definitely lose them. A couple of volleys from these Fusiliers and this unit will break. Because look how many they're losing. Building has fallen to the enemy. Oh yeah, look at that. Some British have occupied a new position up here in this kind of like factory, this stable. I don't know, some sort of farm building, I suppose. Very interesting though. Very interesting match so far with the British just constantly retreating to new positions. It's making for a very interesting battle. As you can see, the French have overpowered them here. You can see the balance of power has dropped again. Very interesting. Oh, we actually have a battle between the Black Watch and the Grenadiers of the Line. Sorry that I didn't notice that before. Oh, but you can see the Black Watch are actually going to try to get away. And both of the units actually end up breaking because of that. Interesting. These young guard do end up breaking their own Grenadiers, it seems, while the Black Watch carry on. Hopefully these Fusiliers start firing into these Black Watch before they can come back. Because that is going to be a nasty surprise if these guys come back and then charge into the Fusiliers. Alright, I think they're going to loose a volley into them. And I kind of want to see that. Oh, they're reloading. I really want to see them get like a point-blank volley. There we go. Oh, brutal. There we go. That shattered that unit. Oh, and we have some infantry combat going on over here. These Landwehr charging into the Fusiliers. That's just to distract them, I would imagine. Yeah, the Landwehr were used as a distraction to keep the Fusiliers from firing. Because as you can see, the Landwehr are just getting absolutely ripped apart. They aren't going to be able to do much. Oh, and actually the French cannons laying waste to this building. It's actually been completely destroyed. Interesting. I actually missed that. It has we have some rifles in here, but the building has been destroyed, or at least it's at 100% damage. I don't know if one more cannonball will bring it down or something, or if they're just safe to stay in there. Here you can see we have some Nassau Jaegers putting some effective fire into the Fusiliers and Young Guard. And we also have a line battle here between the King's German Legion and the Old Guard. Oh, that's not going to go good for the German Legion. They are definitely not going to win that fight against nearly a full unit of Old Guard. Arguably one of the best units in the game. It's not looking good for the Prussian and English allies, is it? Not looking good at all. Now, if these units can put up a valiant defense around this farmhouse, then maybe they can pull it off. The French units are very diminished at this point. We have some Grenadiers fighting some Fusiliers. That's a pretty even fight. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Oh, there's a unit of full unit of Musketeers as well. So maybe it is pretty fair then. And you can see the horse artillery is getting away from the French, so that they can actually continue firing. And the French are probably quite hesitant to walk into these rifles. They're going to be causing some real pain once they start firing, which should be any moment, really. Unless these guys are glitched. They might be. There's only a couple of guys in here. Oh, the guys on top are firing. Wonder what unit it is. Oh no, there is just 22 rifles anyway. Okay. So yeah, they actually aren't firing. Oh, there we go. There's another one. They've dropped a few. These old guard are getting killed. Look at that. The effect, that is some really good fire from the rifles. Like they're doing a lot of damage, but you can see the old guard is, oh, they broke right before getting to the farmhouse. Wow. That's very good for the English. That's one unit that they don't have to deal with. But this is a near full unit of old guard. Ooh, a big volley into those foot, and you can see the British player is just retreating from them. It's not looking good, honestly. Oh, and here comes Michel, nay, whatever. Michael. I'm not quite sure. But here he comes. He was going to charge into them, but he's actually going to attempt to charge the Dutch line infantry. Are they going to form square? Yep, they're going to get there just in time. So this might be for nothing. He's now in between a few units. Oh, but the foot actually shattered. Wow. I guess having the cavalry near them was enough to make them break. Oh boy, it is not looking good for the British at all. Because the Prussians do not have that much left. Here comes some Fusiliers charging in. And there's already some Fusiliers fighting the Musketeers. We have some more Musketeers coming in to fight them. It is not looking good. This is not looking like a situation that the English and Prussian allies can win. You can see the balance of power right now. It would have been nice to see, oh, you can see Gebhard was killed as well. It would have been nice to see a historically accurate scenario where the Prussians and English win, but oh well. Napoleon gets his vengeance this day. That was a pretty crazy battle anyway. We'll watch as these Dutch line infantry hold off the rest of the French, I suppose. Try their best to get a couple more kills before they're shot at by like 4 units at once. I'm afraid to see the damage. Oh, no, they instantly shattered. So the battle has been won by the French. Oh, look at that. The French managed to reverse history and win Waterloo. And there we go. So yeah, out of his 1,400 men, he lost almost 1,000. Ney losing a good portion of his force. Basically, everybody lost a lot of their force. You can see this is Ney's forces. How many kills? His Fusiliers getting 300 kills on both. Then Ney himself getting lots of kills. That's very, very good results. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that battle. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below as always. And if you're enjoying the Total War content, make sure you subscribe. And make sure you let me know so that I know to put out some more battles like this. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.